Hello, everybody. I'm Brett Wagner, and welcome to Pastime. Name the time, win the cash. It's that easy. We're in Bradenton, Florida, at Bradenton Motorsports Park, and I got some cash I want to give away. Let's meet our contestants. Steve, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Thanks for coming out from Missouri. And Teresa from Florida, how are you?
Good.
Thank you for coming out. Ken Herring, Tyler, Texas, owner and operator of Texas Chassis Work. My man Ken Herring from Tyler, Texas, the house. How you doing, Ken?
I'm doing good, man.
All right, this is how it works, Steve and Teresa. Not only are you playing against each other, but you're playing against the house. So none of you have seen these cars before, correct?
Correct.
You ready to meet our first driver?
Ready.
Let's do this. Jason, tell me about that car.
It's a 2004 Nissan Sentra, 2.5-liter stock, motor stock, bottom end, SC61 turbo, 8 pounds.
8 pounds of boost?
Yes, sir.
Is that your daily driver?
Daily driver, yep. 129,000 miles.
129,000. What have you been doing?
Drive a lot.
Now, these cars are kryptonite to Ken Herring. He's never really doing well with the imports. So let's go to Steve. Steve, first question.
What kind of horsepower are you running?
On low boost, 8 pounds, it made 302 to the wheels. On
Wow.
motor.
Nice 302. Teresa.
How many passes have you made on this car?
On this setup, none. So this will be the first time.
Very nice virgin pass today. And Ken Herring.
So tell me on this setup, what is this setup now?
It's an SC61 60 trim. Like I said, stock bottom end, 8 pounds of boost, fuel system.
You ready to make a pass for us?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this, buddy. All right, guys. First pass, $100 pass. Steve and Teresa. Steve, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Union, Missouri, just outside St. Louis. Police officer. I work in Sullivan, Missouri.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get out of here real
Yeah,
quick.
time to
I'm going
go.
to sneak away here. Police officer. Hey, congratulations.
Hey,
Thank you
thanks a
very
lot,
much.
man.
Understand that you are engaged.
That's correct. Yep.
You want to say hello to the little woman at home?
Yeah, I'd like to say hello to my fiance Amy. Getting married May 31st.
All right, awesome. All right, we're all locked in. Let's take a look at those times. Ken with the 1325, Teresa with the 1320, and Steve with the 1350. How close is that, Ken,
That's
coming out of the
close.
gate?
That's
Teresa
close.
with the fastest time there at 1320.
Ooh.
How you feeling?
We'll see after the race, or after the run.
Whoa, he's already going right away.
Oh, I don't know.
Getting down them track pretty quick there, though, Ken, for an import.
It's hard to tell. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He just got out of it.
1346.
Steve.
Steve, right there, our law enforcement from Mizzou. Congratulations. Steve's got $100. Teresa with 0. Ken with 0. Law enforcement. Don't be afraid of this guy just because he carries a gun and cuffs.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's get right to our next car, guys. Mike, tell me about that car.
It's a 2005 Mustang GT, and I've owned it since new. Love it.
What do you got in the motor?
It's stock motor, cold air intake on it. But other than that, it's stock.
All right, Steve, first question.
Do you have any aftermarket computer tunes or anything?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
nothing
No
tuned?
chip.
Just the cold air, that's it?
Yep. Cold air.
Daily driver?
Yes, sir.
Teresa?
How much does the car weigh?
I believe it's about 3,400 pounds, 3,500 pounds.
And Ken Herring.
No nitrous or anything on it at all? Nothing?
No nitrous?
No nitrous. Nope.
Nothing.
Straight
Okay.
off the stock motor.
Stock motor, cold air intake.
Let's make a pass.
All
All
right.
right, buddy. All right, this is a $100 pass. Teresa, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a mother of 5. I'm married.
Wait a
first of
minute,
all.
wait a minute. Wait, did you just say a mother of 5?
I have 5 kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look great for a mom of 5.
Thank you.
All right, Ken is locked in. Steve is locked in. All right. Teresa is locked in. Let's take a look at those times, guys. 14:10 for Ken, a 13:60 for Teresa, and a 14:10 for Steve.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve, when we have a tie like that, Steve, whoever got their time in first, reaction time, if you guys both win this, whoever got their time in the quickest, who locked in, wins the cash.
Got it.
14, 14, 10. How does that happen? Pretty nice. Hooked up there pretty good.
It sure did. Oh, we may be looking pretty good there. Wow.
Teresa, the mother of 5 from Florida. Come on down. All right, $100. Give me a little pound there. Congratulations. Let's do a little recap. Ken Herring sitting on 0. Teresa, mother of 5, sitting on 100. And Steve, our law enforcement, sitting on $100. Let's get right to our next car. Alan, nice rail. Tell me about it.
It is a Mullis race car, 235-inch wheelbase, 598 cubic inch Chevrolet, big block, standard 4-link dragster, super comp.
Standard? Well, is there anything standard about a super comp dragster?
Not anymore.
That's right. All right, Steve, first question.
How much horsepower do you think you're running?
About 1,100.
1,100 horsepower. Teresa?
Do you compete regularly with this car?
About 18 events a year.
18 events a year. Just enough to spend a lot of money.
Enough to spend a lot of money.
Ken Herring?
You had good luck with a 4-link car?
Yes, I have. Love the 4-link.
You love it much better?
Yes, sir. Love the 4-link.
All right.
You ready to tear up the track?
I'm ready to tear it up.
Let's do it, buddy. Thank you for coming down.
All
All
right.
right. Last of the $100 passes. Teresa is locked in. Steve with his fiancée watching at home. Ken is locked in, our car savant, and Steve is locked in. Let's take a look at those times. A 760 for Ken Herring, a 790 for Teresa, and an 820 for Steve. Boy, this stuff
Wow.
is close, Ken.
Every one's close.
It's a rail. I love rails. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a 40 or something.
Ken Herring, get on down here. $100 on the board.
Thanks, baby.
Cash is good. Let's do a little recap. Ken is sitting on $100. Teresa is sitting on $100. And Steve is sitting on $100. It's all tied, folks. Stick with us. We're coming back with round 2. The jack is going up. Only on speed. It's pastime. Welcome back. It's pastime. We're going into round 2. Let's meet our next driver. Tell me about that gorgeous car.
1996 Corvette, 565-inch big block, 2 stages of nitrous, 3,200 pounds it weighs.
3,200 pounds. Steve, first question.
What kind of nitrous are you running? I mean, what kind of horsepower
What are you going to spray?
are you going to spray?
250 leaving and 225 on the second system.
Teresa.
How long have you been racing this car?
I've had it 15 years. It used to be my street car.
Used to be your street car. Brought it, that's awesome. Ken Herring.
How often do you make passes on both systems?
Last time was 2 weeks ago at the Snowbirds here.
You did good?
Didn't have enough for the bad boys.
Didn't have enough for the bad boys. Thanks. Let's make a pass. Good question, Ken Herring. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is worth $200. $200 pass. We are all even up on there, Ken.
I want to get ahead here.
Ken is locked in. Let's take a look at those times. Wow, Ken with the 760, Teresa with an 810, and Steve with an 880. Teresa, for not knowing much about,
She gets
saying,
pretty
watching,
close.
you are getting pretty close on these times. God, that sounds good, Ken.
It sounds real good. Sounds like it's going to run about a 740. There you go.
Ken Herring on the low end, feeling comfortable?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I feel comfortable. Yeah, turn the bottles on, please.
Shaking the ground.
It's hard to be a fast pass.
Oh,
yeah. It's on a pass.
Wow!
I think I didn't give him enough credit. Oh,
Teresa, mother of 5, come on, get that money
Yeah.
Thank you.
$200. Give me a little pow. See, that smile comes easy, Teresa. Look at she tucking it away right in there. Let's do a little recap. $100. Ken Herring. Teresa, mother of 5, sitting on $300, and Steve, $100. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my favorite parts of the whole show. This is the combo round, okay? So Teresa and Steve, we're going to bring 2 cars up. You're going to have to give me 1 combined time of both cars. And you only get to ask 1 question to one of the drivers. So you got to be halfway decent at math. We good with that?
Yeah.
All right. tell me about that car.
It's a 69 convertible with a small block 302 DZ motor.
Letting the top down, like the rag top.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and what's your name, sir? Felix, how you doing? Tell me about your ride.
Good. It belongs to my friend Paul Buchanan and his family, and it's a big block 69 Camaro.
All right. Steve, who do you want to ask the question to?
Felix.
Felix.
Have you made many passes on this car?
Probably 150.
Teresa, Robert or Felix?
Robert.
Robert.
I love your car, and I love to drive it after. Can I drive it after the show?
She loves the car. Can she drive it after the show?
Oh, yeah, sure.
He said yes. Robert or Felix, Ken Herring?
Robert, is it a numbers matching car with that 302?
No, it is a numbers matching DZ block, but it didn't come out of this car.
All right, gentlemen, it's pass time. Let's make a pass. Thanks for coming out. $200 round. Let's lock in our times. This is the combo round. Combine times, one time, combine them. I love the combo round, Ken.
I do too.
I messed up. I put 13, and I meant to put 23.
You know what, Teresa? You got 5 kids. I don't think you're fib to me. So if you want a 23 flat, that's what we'll take. Ken, is that good with you?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You all right with that, Steve?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is that okay?
Better be. She might knock you out. All right, let's take a look at those times. Ken Herring with the 22.10. We know Teresa's got a 23 flat, and Steve with the 27 flat. Steve, 27. These cars seem a little faster than that.
No, I didn't see any slicks on one there.
Didn't see any slicks?
No.
Woo, cameraman, you better watch yourself.
Both looks good. She got it.
Teresa! Mother of 5, get down here.
On fire.
$200. Look at that
man.
smile. Little pound. Let's do a little recap. We got Ken Herring with $100. Teresa sitting on $500. And Steve sitting on $100. That's all right. We got a lot more passes. Let's bring down our next driver. Brian, tell me about that ride behind me.
That's totally stock. Just got it running last weekend. It's a Lincoln Mark 8. It's got a 4.6 dual overhead cam.
Classy car, though. Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. Steve, first question.
Have you done anything suspension or tire-wise?
Suspension or tire-wise?
Totally stock.
Okay.
Teresa.
And no nitrous.
No nitrous.
All the motor. How much you pay for that thing?
I traded the Explorer for a Firebird and that.
Okay, all right. Is that a good trade there, Ken?
That's a good trade.
Ken, question.
Oh, none. Good luck. Just give it what I need.
Good luck. Put it out there. Let's leave it on the track, Maddie. Pass time. Let's lock in our times. This is a $200 pass. The last of our $200 passes. Ken Herring is locked in, Teresa is locked in, and Steve is locked in. Let's take a look at those times. Ken with the 17:30. Ken, is that what you like, Ken? 17:30?
Yeah, I may have missed something. Maybe.
No, that's all right. Maybe I don't think we did.
Yeah.
Teresa with the 14:20 and Steve with the 15:60. Teresa, the fast time 14:20. It's a lot.
All I know
isn't
is he just put a helmet on. That kind of worried me.
Well, here we go. A little burnout. Burnout or smoke out of the oil intake, Ken?
I hope it's smoke because I got the slow time. Oh, slow down. He needs to get on the brakes.
Ken's hoping he stops to eat a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. Turn the radio on, something. Ah, that's Steve.
Steve!
Got it.
All right.
My man, $200. Cash is good. $100 for Ken Herring. Teresa in the lead with $500, and Steve right back in the game with $300. Folks, we're coming back with more pastime. Don't go anywhere. We got to pay the piper. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's pastime. We're getting into round 3. The jack is going up. Let's meet our next driver. Sporting the fro. James, tell me about that truck. Well, that's a truck.
Yeah, you can call it a truck.
Do they call you the Wolf Man?
Nah, they call me Wolf Boy.
Wolf Boy. I'm going to call it. All right, Wolf Boy's fine. Tell me about that ride we got there.
It's got a 350 in it, aluminum heads. Really nothing much to it.
What kind of truck is that? Or
85 Jimmy.
85 Jimmy. All right, Steve. Wolf Boy's here. Ask a question.
Any nitrous tonight, and what you gonna
No,
spray?
it's natural.
Straight motor.
Yes,
What
sir.
do we got in the motor again?
350.
350. Teresa,
What kind of suspension do you have?
kind of suspension.
I think it's stock.
Stock. What the Jimmy came with. Ken Herring.
Is it hooked good on the street tires?
Yeah, it hooks pretty good. Got a little spin to it, but not too bad.
Where are you from?
I'm from Sebring, Florida.
That's Florida. All right, let's make Sebring happy, buddy. All right, let's make a pass. Wolf Boy coming down. Got some fans in the crowd. Yeah. Ken, you got the fro. See, the fro never lies.
Digging that.
That's popular out there in California. If you got the fro, you got power.
Exactly.
All right, everybody's locked in. Let's take a look at those times. This is a $300 pass.
Need that.
You do need it.
I need it.
Ken Herring with the 1340. Teresa, were you 13 flat?
13 flat.
13 flat. And Steve with the 1360.
Everybody's close.
Everybody's close. Ken, these times are real tight here.
Yep. Sounds we got good competitors.
I think he's got more than he's saying.
You think he's got more than he's saying? A Wolf Boy secret, as it were. Sounds pretty good, though, Ken. A little.
It sounds real good.
Hooked up pretty good.
Yep. See where he is. Come on.
Who's taking the
Look at
money?
This one. Wow. Way slower than we thought.
Steve, get on down here, my man. $300.
More
Good
time.
job.
Cash is good.
Cash is good.
$100 for Ken Herring. Teresa with $500. Big Steve, $600 from Mizzou. Ken Herring,
Not good.
you got to win the next one to
Gotta
stay in
win
this thing,
one.
Ken
You're
Herring.
not lying.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next driver. What is that? You got some metal on you. Little spike. Tell me about that ride. Sounds good behind us.
It's a 06 Mitsubishi Evolution 9. It's a 4G63 four-cylinder motor.
How long you been racing?
A few months.
A few months. All right, Steve, first question.
Any power adders?
Power adders, yeah, I got a turbo upgrade. It's a 30R, 850cc injectors, 3.5-inch intercooler. I got transmission work done to it.
You know cars pretty well there.
Well, I just know what I spent money on.
All right. Great. Teresa,
Do you have nitrous at all?
you spraying?
No,
No.
All motor.
all motor.
And Ken Herring, an import.
I know. Imports are not good for me. How much boost on that turbo upgrade?
Much boost.
25 pounds.
Wow. On a stock bottom end?
Yep. You ready to make a pass for us?
I'm ready.
Let's do this, buddy. All right, guys. Ken Herring, we need this, buddy.
Yeah, we need it bad.
Boy, we need this bad. $300 pass, the last of the $300 passes, and we get into our final round. Steve and Teresa are kicking some serious booty over there. You guys are beating the house. I'm proud of you. I may not like you at the end of this thing, but I'm proud of you. Everybody's locked in. Let's take a look at those times.
About time somebody beat the house.
Exactly.
1180 for Ken Herring,
Wow.
1290 for Teresa, and Steve with the 1280. Ken Herring, 1180.
25 pounds of boost. That's a ton.
No, that's a lot if he hooks.
Yep.
Up. Get a little squirrely at the line there.
That's not good for me right there.
Ken Herring, I got a funny feeling
I do too.
you are out of this competition.
1283.
Steve's
Steve,
got
get
it.
on down here.
Got her again.
Steve, you are kicking some butt. $900 in the bank. Let's do a little recap here. Ken Herring on 100, Teresa on 500, and Steve on 900. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up to our final round, but let's go take a look at our sponsors and say hello. Pastime will be right back. Welcome back to Pastime, folks. We are in our final round. This is our final pass. All right, mathematically, Steve and Teresa, a shocker. Ken Herring is out.
It's out.
He could. That doesn't happen often. He could actually walk off stage, and it's going to come down to one of you guys. Now, with the last pass is worth $500. Teresa, if you win this, put you in the lead by $100. You get to win all the cash. I mean, Steve and Ken are going to hand over their cash to you. Steve, you win this, you get to go home, get to go back to the department and be the big man on the totem pole.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we always say something for last. Let's bring in our last driver of the night. That is a hot car. Tell me a little bit about it.
Thank you. Well, it's a 65 Plymouth that we painted up like a taxi. And we run a couple different classes, but tonight we're just going to run like a bracket class, no nitrous.
You get a lot of tips on that thing?
Yeah, $1.25 a mile, right?
Dollar. I need a ride to the airport tomorrow, buddy. I'll be calling you. The quickest ride in town. Steve, first question.
What kind of horsepower do you think you're running?
What kind of horsepower?
Horsepower is 500 plus.
More on the plus side?
A little bit.
A little bit on the plus side. Teresa.
What kind of transmission do you have?
What kind of training?
It's got a Lenco drive.
Lenco drive. And Ken Herring, I'm just going to ask you one last question.
Wow, it sounds like we're missing some information.
This question could help the other two.
Yeah. If it's got a Lenco drive in it, it's going to have a little more than 500 with a Lenco drive. That's a pretty nasty transmission to have no power.
Yeah, actually, it does have very little power right now. It has a lot of power adder, but it's not in the car tonight.
Do you usually spray?
I usually do.
Tonight we're on the motor.
Exactly. It's set up for nitrous, so it really lags when it doesn't have it in it.
Okay.
Let's take that taxi down the runway, baby. Let's make a pass. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the final pass of the night. Give it up for all our contestants out here. Make a little noise for them. Steve with a 10 flat, Teresa with a 10.99, and Ken Herring. Ken, a 9.40. If you win, Ken, I'd say I'd give you $100, but I will not. Teresa
Thanks, buddy.
and Steve, it's between you two guys. Someone is going to walk away with $2,000. Oh yeah, I'm so excited to see this thing. It's cool. Kind of started off a little slow there, kicking in the end. Steve! Ladies and gentlemen, Steve is our winner. $500 go to you, Steve. Congratulations, you're the winner of Pastime.
Right.
Teresa, thank you so much for playing, but you gotta hand over your money to Steve.
Take all of it, please.
Let's take it all. Ken Herring, hand over that $100.
That whole 100
Thank
there,
you
yeah.
very much, Teresa, for
Thanks,
coming.
man.
Steve, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pastime. Name the time, win the cash. It's that easy. From Bradenton, Florida, I'm Brett Wagner for Speed. We'll see you next time.